One of the great things about being a high-ranking member of a royal family is that you rarely have to worry about money. You'll have a roof over your head and food on your table. More often than not, that roof is part of a castle, and the food is the finest in the kingdom. Royals own some pretty incredible things, ranging from palatial estates to rare gemstones to sports teams. Check out some expensive items some of the world's queens, princes, and sheiks possess. Number 1. Balmoral Castle in Scotland was Queen Elizabeth's Scottish home. Balmoral Castle has been the Scottish home of the English royal family since Prince Albert bought it for Queen Victoria in 1852. When Queen Victoria died in 1901, the estate passed, according to her will, to King Edward VII. Each of his successors has since inherited the property. Queen Elizabeth II, the Duke of Edinburgh, and the Prince of Wales have a special interest in the estate and work regularly to keep it running properly and be updated as required. Tourists are allowed to visit the grounds, gardens, exhibitions, gift shop and cafe. Number 2. Manchester City Soccer Club is owned by a member of Abu Dhabi's royal family. Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan is a member of Abu Dhabi's royal family and half-brother of the current president of UAE, Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Al Nahyan had an estimated personal net worth of $4.9 billion back in 2009, so you can imagine what it is today, a decade later. Al Nahyan bought the soccer club Manchester City for $300 million from former Thai Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra in 2008. He spent more than $1.7 billion investing in Manchester City over the following 10 years. His investment paid off because the club is now making a nice profit. Number 3. A prince worth $3.5 billion owns the Liechtenstein City Palace. Hans Adam II, the Prince of Liechtenstein, owns the Palace of Liechtenstein, which is located in Vienna, Austria. The prince is worth an estimated $3.5 billion, and he also possesses several other palaces, a bank, land, and artwork. The palace was built between 1692 to 1705 and was nearly destroyed during World War II. It was recently renovated and features Baroque stucco ceilings and several masterpieces of the private art collection of the Prince von und zu Liechtenstein from the Biedermeier era. It's open to visitors, and the first and second floor are available for private events. Number 4. The largest cut and polished diamond on Earth. The King of Thailand is the proud owner of the Golden Jubilee Diamond. The gemstone is the biggest cut and faceted diamond in the world at 545.67 carats. The piece of jewelry is valued at $4 to $12 million US. However, it would likely sell for much more at auction. It's been blessed by Pope John Paul II and the Buddhist Supreme Patriarch of Thailand. The diamond is so rare, experts cut it in a special underground room that was noise-free. It resides in the Royal Thai Palace, where it is part of the crown jewels, and due to the diamond's size and value, it is always properly guarded. Number 5. This is one of the largest yachts in the world. The Sultan Qaboos of Oman owns the luxury yacht named Al Said. During construction, the project was given the code name Project Sunflower. It took 2 years to complete and was delivered to the Sultan in 2008. It's the world's second highest displacement superyacht, third most powerful, and fifth longest. The yacht is worth an estimated $300 million. It contains a whopping 30 luxury cabins to accommodate more than 65 guests. There are 140 crew members who sleep in 70 cabins. It also features a helipad in case you want a helicopter to whoosh you away to an exotic location. Number 6. Prince Albert owns a car key made from a meteorite. Prince Albert of Monaco has one of the most impressive car collections in the world, and he has an astonishingly valuable key to use on them. In March of 2019, it was reported that he had acquired the most expensive car key in the world. It's a wearable gadget called the Centurion Key S177 full meteorite, composed of precious metals from a 4.9 billion-year-old meteorite found in Africa. The key comes with a hefty $269,521 price tag. Only 7 of the wrist-worn devices were ever made. Other owners include the Sultan of Brunei, footballer David Luiz, and Olympic champion Usain Bolt. Number 7. Sandringham House was another of Queen Elizabeth's properties. Queen Elizabeth II owned Sandringham, a country retreat. British monarchs have called the estate their private home for 4 generations. There are 24 hectares of gardens on the property, and the royal family typically spends Christmas there. The estate contains York Cottage, Park House where Diana, Princess of Wales, was born, as well as Amnier Cottage and Wood Farm. Tourists are allowed to visit Sandringham to see the gardens, museum, and parts of the house, which was built by King Edward VII and Queen Alexandra. The main ground floor rooms, regularly used by the royal family, are also open to the public. Number 8. Ascot Racecourse in the south of England via the Crown Estate. Ascot Racecourse is just one of many properties that is part of the Crown Estate, which belongs to the reigning monarch in right of the crown, that is, it is owned by the monarch for the duration of their reign, by virtue of their accession to the throne. The properties of the Crown Estate are not privately owned by the monarch or by the government. They're managed by an independent organization. In 1711, Queen Anne decided a racecourse was needed at Ascot, and she made it happen in the summer of that year. It's located 6 miles from Windsor Castle and is one of the top racecourses in the United Kingdom. Number 9. Queen Elizabeth spent weekends at Windsor Castle in Berkshire. Queen Elizabeth II also owned Windsor Castle in Berkshire because she was the reigning monarch. It's also part of the Crown Estate. William the Conqueror chose the site for the castle near the River Thames because it was easily accessible to London and was next to a Saxon hunting ground. Building started in 1070 and was complete in 1086. The Queen spent most of her weekends at Windsor Castle. It's an iconic building because it survived the English Civil War and protected royals during World War II bombings. It's one of England's top tourist attractions. Number 10. British royal family's massive art collection. Queen Elizabeth II owned one of the largest art collections on earth. 13 royal homes in the United Kingdom contain pieces from her collection, which includes over 500,000 prints, 30,000 watercolors, and 7,000 paintings. There are several museums that also house some of the pieces she owned. The late Queen's collection features a lot of portraits, including those of late members of the royal family, such as King Henry VIII, King George V, Queen Victoria, and Queen Elizabeth. There's even several of Queen Elizabeth herself, including the one in the photo above. Other portraits feature Winston Churchill, Charles Dickens, and Margaret Thatcher. Number 11. Monte Carlo Casino in Monaco. The Casino de Monte Carlo is owned by a public company in which the ruling royal family and government of Monaco have a majority interest. Princess Caroline came up with the idea for a casino, and it first opened its doors in 1863. It is just what you expect in this type of establishment: slot machines, craps tables, roulette wheels, and more. The casino has appeared in several Hollywood films, including Ocean's 12 and a few James Bond flicks. It reportedly makes hundreds of millions of dollars each year, but the revenue is kept under wraps. Number 12. The Royal Philatelic Collection. Queen Elizabeth II had quite an impressive collection of stamps. The Royal Philatelic Collection features some of the finest and most comprehensive collection of British and Commonwealth stamps. King George V started the collection in the 1800s when he was the Duke of York. King George VI and Queen Elizabeth II added significantly to the collection. Highlights from include philatelic gems such as the 1840 penny black and 2 penny blue, the legendary post office Mauritius, and the Great Britain 2 pence Tyrian plum.